our process, again, I think you all remember that I will start the first scene and then we will just take turns. Would you prefer to go in a fixed order so it's always the same order, or should we just do the next person who grabs it gets it? Is that okay?
Yeah,
I prefer it a little. I prefer a little.
Wait,
What?
say again, Sandra.
next to grab, so like
Okay.
you know, I don't need an order. I like it when anyone who has an idea.
I think it worked out quite good last time.
You okay with it, Max?
Yeah, I prefer it that
I
way.
just wanted to check because that's something that we are doing a little looser than the rules. So if we like it, we do it. Okay.
What does the rule say?
The rules actually are very flexible. It recommends going around in the order if you can't think of anything else.
But it would need that we all see each other in the same order, which we don't.
No, that's
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Let's now we can proceed. I think I will begin our first scene. And strangely enough, it is going to begin with I think that your sister, whose name was, as I recall, I'm trying to remember your sister's name. That is terrible. I should have reviewed our.
I'm also trying to remember my sister's name. So it's even more terrible.
There we are. It is Miela, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, Mina.
So
yeah.
Miela is it's her birthday. And so for her birthday, there is a party with the members of her workplace. And her workplace is much different from yours. They have LED lights.
I was just saying it was
right. It looks like, you know, they have a nice in this room, which is typically a conference room, but now they have cleared it and they have put up some party festivities, and there is a bartender with a bar standing behind the bar that they have moved into this room. One of these little portable things that you put somewhere. It looks a little bit like a small bartender place. And so he's very skilled and he is making the cocktails very flamboyantly. And he is, and they have music playing. People are dressed in party clothes. And they are all from her rank and her administrative and technical level of work. You are there, and when you arrive, and she's talking with two people, a handsome guy and a good-looking woman, who are dressed. I am imagining them. This is terrible. Remember those terrible bows in the 80s teen movies, right? And the kind of poofy dresses that from the 80s.
What's a bow?
Oh, right. The like. Oh, there must be a word.
It's a word, but
it's okay. If you have a bow tie, it's the short tie that you pull right here, right? The little tie that you pull.
I'm good. Yeah, I am.
That's a bow tie. If you tie your shoes with your strings, you make a bow with the strings, the two loops.
Rosette.
And if you have one in your hair,
right, rosette is the word it is.
Yeah.
So that seems to be. Yeah, they are ugly.
Well,
in a middle class way.
That is exactly how this party looks.
Yes.
And so the music is kind of dance music, but nobody is dancing really. It's just background. When you arrive, because you were invited by your sister to her birthday, she introduces you to um, Sergey and to Ivanka. Sergey and Ivanka, and that this, and she looks at you and she kind of gives you one quick look.
This is
says,
my.
This is my friend Gerard.
Okay. Mm.
Okay, so
Give me. I was writing this. What kind of look was she giving me? Because
look, kind of just a look like pay attention look, just a quick pay attention. Sergey and Ivanka take one look at you, and it's like you get a CAT scan from top to bottom with their eyeballs. And then they are coolly polite. They say, "Nice to meet you," and are clearly waiting for you to go away.
Okay. In that case, I kind of get a bit angry that my sister, she and I stay for a couple of like seconds and looking at her, looking at them, and then I move to the other guests, but viewing them. What are they?
Well, Sergey and Ivanka, of course, are continuing whatever incredibly interesting conversation they were having. Your sister looks a little sad and depressed, and she looks after you one time, but then she has to pay attention to them.
Yeah. So this was. I was, yeah, and I know that's a fact. So I was. I mean, it's a bit embarrassing that I'm still working beneath deck, close to the motors humming and so on. And I can see I don't have the same kind of bow tie, and I mean mine is a bit probably used by someone before, and even you cannot spot it immediately, but just looking at a couple of small details, you might understand that I'm not from this level. What kind of more people are working here? And do I know anyone?
More administrative people. There are some technical, scientific people. I would. Have you been to a? Oh, of course you have.
Yes.
You have been to a faculty of professors and their administrators at one of their like a symposium where you have a guest speaker from another university, and this is the social afterward. This is more like a party, and people are enjoying their drinks and having friendly conversations with each other. But
they're talking work,
right? But there's a little bit of work talk, and also, but the point is the status.
Yeah,
these are people who are very comfortable at their level of status, and they are almost congratulating each other on having it as they talk without knowing they do it. But for some reason, it's quite apparent to you today.
I try to find someone that is kind of looks like they're not speaking to anyone, and just walk up to them.
Okay, well, that's interesting. All right. Well, I don't want to take too much time before we get to another person. But if you do that, I can certainly tell you. I might even take suggestions from the fellow co-creators. Does anyone have a suggestion for who Gerard might spot?
It depends. Depending on her status and my father's status, maybe they know each other. My father.
Well, I see what you mean. However, I was interested in somebody who is there at the party, not you, but somebody who is there at the party who Gerard would see is looking a little bit alone. So I'm asking for your help in creating a new character.
Okay.
I cannot make a Garth every day of the week, you know.
No,
That was just a moment of genius. I can't do that all the time.
Maybe a navigator.
Okay, yeah, sure. So tell me more about the navigator. Male, female, young, old?
Middle age, female. Well, as you said, a bit lonely. Kids moved out. I don't know, doing jigsaw in the spare time.
Okay.
Sound
Lonely on purpose?
Okay. So this woman is standing about, and she has received some kind of a drink that is too green, and is clearly not interested in drinking it, and is kind of looking around for a place to put it that's not too obvious.
I will immediately go up to her and let me take that. I can help you to find. And then I kind of, because she wants to, and I just hold on to it, and then I start the conversation. Do we play this conversation out now, or
Sure,
is
a little
is
bit?
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her name is. She introduces herself. She says she is Joan, and she was a. She works with your sister, who sets, who manages space coordinates and things like that.
Yeah.
And so.
Interesting.
And so she's worked with her for a long time, but she doesn't really socialize with her. She says, between you and me, this is, I'm here for her, but I'm trying to get out of here as soon as I can.
I understand. I mean, it would be impolite if you didn't come, but you're kind of here. Yeah, I know the feeling. I'm actually her brother. Yeah, I guess
she had a brother. I didn't know that you. And she's looking for the right words to say. I
worked
didn't
here.
know that you worked.
Not here. Yeah. No. I'm a bit of a. I'm trying to catch up with her. She's not my bigger sister. She's an older sister. She's my younger sister. I established now, but it doesn't matter. No, but tell me more about working with my sister. Is who are the other people? Those two people that she's talking to, are they also part of your?
She says, Gerard, if I
Yeah.
wanted to concentrate on all of the other people here and think about them too much, then I wouldn't be trying to go. So no,
All right.
I'm not interested in them. And you shouldn't be either. You sound much more interesting than they do.
You think so? All right. Yeah.
So here's my question. I don't see a conflict developing here.
No.
So it's okay. It doesn't have to.
No.
Unless you are trying to do something.
No, I'm constantly looking at the conversation between Ivana and those strange people and my sisters, and have I got it right that they don't feel like birthday guests, usual birthday guests?
No, there's nothing strange about them. They are just executive people, probably from a slightly different administrative area, perhaps with a lot of authority in some petty way. They are just self-satisfied people having a very nice time, and I don't see why you should criticize them. That seems very, rude of you.
No. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So there's nothing fishy going around. It's just like it's very, very obvious for everyone that I don't belong.